So, last time we was all together, you were in Denwich, which you found had been going through some temporal manipulation. You split into teams to break down the devices to stop this temporal manipulation. Denwich at this point became a smouldering pile of nothing but debris and carnage and flame as you set about splitting into two teams, sorting that out. You were then teleported to the top of this construction. It was kind of becoming like a new volcano type thing in the middle of Denwich. On top of there, you met the current wielder of Comet Flare, also the Iron Witch, and later was joined by Willow. During a big battle between Comet Flare and you, and a huge Imperium showdown, 5 Imperiums in a row, locking on to each other, fighting against each other. A lot of back and forth. Most of you went down in the fight. William managed to make it to your Ring of Wish that you had, and managed to negotiate well a way that would unbind you guys from your deal so that you could be revived, and he took the whole deal upon himself. However, the downside to that was, as soon as the fight ended, Yagazun appeared in his demonic dragon form and took William away with him. You guys now, being Xanthi, Dimitri, and Morticia, left at the top of this monument, this volcano that has been there. You have now seen like the remains of Gladys's ashes, her Imperium scattered off, and you have a sense of deep void, like, is the clear emotion. But we dive in now. What are you guys doing at this point?
Well, what just happened? I don't understand. Why is William saying goodbye?
He gave himself for us.
What? Surely we could do something.
I think that he has made his choice. We should honor it.
Is that it? He just goes?
I think that this time, this is out of our control.
But he doesn't. He did so much for us. We can't just. He deserves to at least move on to see his wife and kid again. Not to serve in some stupid war.
If it serves you of consolation, I think that his soul didn't go to hell. I think it's now at peace. I think it's purely its body going.
So what does that mean? He can return?
His body is at peace with his wife and kid. But it's all sorry. But his body will fight.
If if it is similar to when I was on the other side. I think it is somewhat of a choice as well. If he did wish to come back, perhaps someday he could. But for now, I think that it is in his hands, if any. And wars do not last forever. He will know rest in both body and spirit at some point.
Well, maybe we can call your father back. I can make a new deal. Maybe I can reduce the sentence or something.
What would you offer?
Myself. A swap. Not now necessarily. I'll honor what he did. But when everything's finished with the whole doctor thing, then I take his place.
Do you think that that is what he would want?
Well, I'll offer myself to him for eternity. I serve him forever. Surely he'll accept that.
He might, but would William?
Well, he doesn't need to know.
You would take away soul from his wife, his kid.
No, as in so that he can body and soul they can be moved on.
I don't think that's what he would have wanted.
You have a big heart, Dmitri. But sometimes we need to say goodbye.
I can make you one promise that as soon as I take over, I will let him rest. I don't know if that's helpful to you, but I think that's what's best.
And you can do that?
At a certain point, my dad's army will be my army, and it will be mine to deal with.
Okay. As long as you can promise me that, fine. So,
Scared? How is Willow?
She's kind of like lying there on the ground, quite very badly beaten up. Probably like to this point, we're due to the injuries, in and out of consciousness, and just kind of like looking around at just everything around and can't understand anything that's going on.
I will kneel down and put her head on my lap and stroke her hair and cast a healing word. Just continuously say, "It's okay. I know you didn't mean it. And I'm sorry."
The scary thing is, I'm not entirely sure if I didn't mean it. I mean, I feel I was still myself.
We know the doctor's power. And I know it can feel like you did it. And you wanted to do it, but you were being manipulated. And I would like to believe I know you. And I know you would never do something like that. Not on purpose.
I think I will rest a little bit. I don't think I can face your friends at this point.
Take your time.
She just kind of like zonks out into unconsciousness as you cast the healing word. Physically healing her, but the mental scars may take a little bit longer. As Dimitri Comet Flare makes itself known to you as its new owner, kind of like there's this, it like flies to your hand, and instantly you feel this connection that it's a part of you and you're a part of it. There's quiet, and this sculpture you're on kind of slowly begins to shrink as it's just no longer being built up how it was. Yeah, and the few survivors of Demwich now come out as this structure fully shrinks back down to the ground level and kind of start to like congratulate you all. Kind of like, oh, you saved us. You're heroes. We don't have much to give, but we must honor you in some way.
Please, there's no need for that. But I do have a question instead, if you don't mind.
Oh, yes, of course.
The figure that came here originally, claiming them to be the Magma King before they got killed, is the body still around, or did it get burnt away?
I presume it got burnt away when the tornado of flame set upon it.
That's what I was worried about. That's fine. Thank you.
No, not a problem. What can we call you?
We are the Deadly Mimics. And as my friend says, there is no need to repay us. But perhaps when you rebuild, you could name something in memory of the one who gave his life for us. William Gray.
Of course.
Make a statue of
I'll
him.
statue.
I'm sure he would have loved it.
We can definitely do that. For sure. Maybe for now you would want some rest. We don't have much, not anything really, but we are willing to share with the heroes that saved us.
I could do with the rest, but at the same time, I'm eager to move on a bit. How are you two feeling?
I'm spent.
I mean, yeah, rest would be good, but I don't know if you wanted to go somewhere and rest, or do we just rest up here?
I got to mention. It's something we don't have to consume their food. I assume their stock at the moment is quite limited, and any resources they have, they should save for themselves.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah, let's use the mansion then. Maybe figure out our next plan of action.
there is also another thing we need to consider. There's a reason people don't show their real forms when they use the Imperiums. Perhaps we should be careful about that as well.
Do you think we should assume at this point that they know that we have been hunting them?
Most likely.
Then there is an element of time. If I have broken my promise with the doctor, which was a shaky one at best, then there is some element of fear for my family's safety.
Theo and Reese, are they still in the city, or have they moved on?
I believe they had left, but I'm not sure. The last that I had heard, my people were all safe, but I don't know if that included them. I will use this to message them tonight and check in.
I also have a spell that allows me to spy on people. I was going to use it to see if I can find where Gladys was, but obviously but I could use it to check if your family's okay. If they allow me.
I think that I'm mainly concerned for, well, the ones that were still under the doctor's control, but more specifically, Reese and Theo.
Well, I can do it once today. I can do it again some another time.
Perhaps let us retreat into our mansion for a time, and we can do it there.
Sure.
And I'll bring it up. And this time, there will be a portrait of all of us instead of a statue of a dragon. All of us on the wall. And I will make sure to make a room for Willow, just to give her a little bit of space so that she can rest as well.
Perfect. So as you summon the mansion, you all can get some semblance of rest. And we will just move over ever so slightly to a quite breezy but warm morning in Kinzo. You find yourself sleeping on the docks again. The waves kind of like splash up against the rocks and like wake you up. And Kisben, if you would like to explain what we see lying on the docks.
Well, let's say after a very long night of both performing and celebrating the ending of a new work season, not really sure how he got to the dock, but it's kind of like, woke up in stranger places. This human-looking person with darkish hair, but very colourful kind of streaks on the front, with a kind of very extraordinary kind of colourful setup. Loads of oranges, yellows, blues. Kind of does look like they wouldn't go amiss in some kind of show or performance or kind of like pageant or something. Very, what would be a better word? Very eccentric looking.
And as you wake up with the waves kind of like splashing you in the face, you're hearing that voice again. that voice you've heard constantly now for the past 3-4 days. And it's quite a soft voice. But again, it goes, "Oh, we must move. We must. You don't understand. Battleborn is there. Comet Flare is there. Iron Witch disappeared. Blood Tamer vanished. Chaos Song is there. We must move."
Yeah, you're not telling me exactly where I need to go, though. You're just saying go there. Anything more?
As you having this conversation, a couple of like passers-by kind of like just look at you, and it's like,
Sorry, long night. I apologize. Just playing my head.
"Oh, okay, yeah, carry on." And they walk past, and like your arm, your little bracelets you keep on you, they kind of drag you up and like lift you to your feet.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
get
like,
it. I get it.
it's like, we have to go. We have to.
I don't know if you're aware, I can't walk on water.
Huh. That would be a problem. Have you tried?
Yeah, I don't swim either. And no, just watch, and he'll literally just walk off the edge of the pier.
As you walk off the edge of the pier and you splash into that water, the last thing you hear before going under the water is, "Then we will have to do it." And as the water fills your clothes, you get soaked.
French.
Immediately, you're opening your eyes and you're gasping for breath in this place. Like, you're not sure where this is. It seems to be in some sort of city. You see guards running around. There's security being tightened up. And they were like, "They stole the books from here. We have to increase the security." And you hear you hear your voice.
Now?
"Oh, I may have made a mistake. It's been a while."
Okay,
Just keep walking, and like your arms kind of like force you like into the direction it wants you to keep walking.
can I at least ask where we... Okay, I guess I can't.
You don't understand. That was a day ago this happened. We're losing time now.
Okay, peace. I think I'm on the off season.
Off season? It doesn't matter. There's more important things.
I know, you're telling me now. What did you do?
And as the voice keeps repeating these names that you've almost started to mutter as a mantra, and now like these weird names that you've no use for, not heard of anything. And again, your vision goes to white as like you step through this other portal, and then you're opened up into this other city where there's this kind of smog billowing around. There's like a lot of sick people lying around, and you just hear, no, this is very frustrating.
Not like the best place.
Maybe hold your breath.
Oh my breath. Okay, I guess. And yeah, hold his breath while he's being dragged again.
Yeah, and you keep getting like dragged around like these cities, and again, portal after portal, city after city, you keep getting bounced around all these different places. Until 4 days later, then the day you began this forced journey, you come to this town that has seen better days. Debris, destruction, and fire are all around. And you finally hear the voice go, they were either here recently or we're very close. And then,
Where is here?
oh, this is,
Yeah, I'm not seeing any signposts either.
yes, that's a bit of a problem. This is where we're supposed to be, maybe.
Okay.
And then you hear nothing. Like, it's not even like quiet, it's like deathly quiet. As the absence of this voice just leaves you in the middle of this place.
So you take me gallivanting for almost a week and now have nothing to say. Okay, great, thanks. I guess I'll just do it on my own then. Walking into the town, just the first local I meet, and just like, where am I?
Oh, this used to be the town of Denwich.
I have no idea where that is.
I think you should stop drinking then, if your memory is so bad.
How far is Kenzo from here?
Kinzo? That's all the way up north. My gosh, you must have been on a bender to get down here.
I'm literally the opposite side of the landmass. Okay, cool. What happened here, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not meant to be here.
Well, just over nearly 2 weeks ago now. And he will begin to divulge everything that's happened to this point. And at this point, I would like Morticia, Xanthi, and Dimitri. You've had about 3 to 4 days of respite. What would you have liked to have accomplished in them 3-4 days? Is there anything? Did you just want to chill the whole time? What would you? We'll go one by one. Let's start with Morticia. You said you had things written down, so
Yeah. So on the first day, I think I will create a portal.
Yep.
And I will go see Dad. Or at least try to.
Okay.
And I'm not going with any expectation of a connection or anything of the sort. I know the changes that happened to me, and I know what that entails. And I need to be prepared for when the time comes to take over.
Yep.
And I need him to teach me how to do so. So
Okay.
I will take a full day for that.
Okay. Just kind of like trading shop, like learning different things. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you do get there, your father is a bit surprised to see you, just like, oh, so soon. Want to visit your friend?
I didn't came for small talk.
Good.
I'm here in business.
Okay. How can I help you?
You can start by teaching me the ropes.
Oh, this will be fun. Yeah, and that day is probably one of the hardest days you'll probably have to deal with. It's not so physically demanding, but it's very mentally demanding. He starts to teach you about where angels, demons came from, how this war started in the first place. There's a couple of times he goes to mention your mother, but he kind of like swallows hard and skips the topic, and he's like goes on to the next one. What you do notice though, by spending the day with him here, this dragon mortal form he's taken, he's slowly starting to burn through, as there's only a being of such power can only maintain a mortal form for so long. And this dragon seems to not be as compatible as it once thought it was going to be. Yeah.
Do you have any other ideas for a form?
I have a few in mind. I was thinking maybe someone that could heal as quickly as you could destroy them.
Maybe a high priest could be good for that.
A priest?
Not a random one. I would go top of the chain. But then again, you have the risk of infuriating a god.
Yes, and I've never done that before. There's probably like silence like towards the end of the day. He's told you a lot of things. Some make sense, some won't make sense until the time is right. But there's like this silence towards the end of the day. Then he's just like, so how are you?
I just lost the only father figure I've ever had. So, not very good. But I'm not here to discuss that.
Fair enough. Maybe.
I hope he helps with the war at least.
I mean, he's been busy already. And he's not even been with me a day yet.
Just make sure he's there when I take over.
Of course. I wanted to give you a gift. It's a and he kind of like just hands you this box.
She will slowly open it.
As you open it, it's like this ornate ceremonial dagger. It's got this thin blade, and like it kind of goes into two blades at some point as it gets so thin in the center, with like this elegant purple and blue wrap around the hilt, and has like this kind of like little gem pommel on it. And that is a spell focus dagger. You can add that to your inventory. I thought it was only due after all the birthdays I missed.
Well, I cannot say it makes up for all the lost time, but I appreciate it. And I do appreciate the fact that you didn't take them all. I hope you know that.
Anyway, let's get back to doing what we came here for. And yeah, your day with him would end soon after that. But yeah, you do have that spell focus dagger now that you can use. Anything else on your next day?
Okay, so on my next day, once I'm back, I will create the ritual,
Okay.
and I will attempt to contact Rachiel, the angel
Okay.
that used to be my mom's friend.
Okay.
I think that all the talk of the celestial beings from the previous day made me reminded me of him, and yeah, I will attempt to reach out.
Okay. What spell slot are you going to use for this ritual?
Let's go 5th.
Okay. As you set up this ritual, the candles ignite, and this humanoid form steps through this bucket of water that you hold in the center, kind of like just pulls out. This mist kind of wafts around and creates like this cloth that covers them. They've got fairly ashen skin, and they have like gold accented highlights and tattoos that cover all their features, and completely shaved head. Oh, I know you. Well, maybe not you, but I know you.
Hi.
Hello. Why do I know you?
I think you may have known my mother. Perhaps my dad too.
Who is your mother?
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I read in a book that you were a friend many years ago. She had forbidden relationship with my father.
Oh, you're Gladroth's offspring.
That's what I believe.
Interesting. I see you got your father's looks.
Not sure if I should take that as a compliment.
Well, not all of us can be gifted, I guess. Why did you summon me, child?
Let's just say I am attempting to reconnect with my roots. I've spent quite some time with my father, but no one ever told me of my mother, and I feel like it's my right to know at least a little bit of her. Who she was,
Well,
why she died.
your mother is an interesting case. Sorry, let me take off this skin suit. It's very uncomfortable. And now, shedding this mortal form they're wearing, this enormous female figure with giant angel wings, armor that covers everywhere, this armor that covers her eyes, but this beautiful blonde hair flows down with this crown of swords like a halo that floats around her. Your mother was the first mortal I knew to ascend to be an angel, actually.
She was human?
For some time, yes. And she took the mantle of the Angel of Hope when she ascended. Elegant, beautiful. Had 8 wings in total. Very, very strong, but due to her mortal nature, she had a weakness. That was the weakness to love and care. And when she found an injured demon, instead of putting her blade through its head, she decided to heal it. Because she had hope that it would be better, you see. It would solve the fighting. And as I can see, she did more than heal it, as the product of their companionship is now in front of me, summoning me like a dog.
I do not mean to overstep
No,
at all.
No, but like your mother, you will do anyway.
You said she took the mantle of hope, and
Yes.
our actions seem to purely reflect that.
Yes, the one bad thing is I think some of us other angels kind of joked that, was it hope or delusion? We wasn't quite sure which.
Is there really a difference?
I suppose in the grand scheme of things, no.
What was she like?
She was fair.
And I mean, deep down, not what her role was.
No, she was fair. She was a fair being. She, like I said, had the mortal problems that not many of us have. But then, before her, there was only 1 or 2 mortals that ever ascended to, or descended, before. She tried to see the good in everyone and everything, but obviously that is not always possible. If I was you, I would think there could be very few worse angels that could have been your mum. But I do think you are doing this whole summoning thing wrong. Because I can feel something dragging me away, even now as we speak.
I must say it's not something I have had a lot of experience with. I saw it once and
Please don't say in a book.
repeated
Please don't say in a book.
it wasn't from a book. It was someone told me how to do it, and I did it.
Oh, well. At least you didn't say I saw it once in a book. That's normally what I hear. I'll tell you what. I will leave you this as a parting gift. Take it from your mother or from myself. And your demonic wings that come out, they kind of melt away and feathers replace them, and they become like a set of angel wings instead. There, now you kind of look like your mum. Maybe without the horns. But anyway. It's not a problem, but I do not have much time left.
I'm sorry.
No, it's quite all right. Just, if you try to do this again, maybe don't do it inside a pocket plane.
Oh, I didn't realize it was
Yes, maybe.
that.
Well, maybe just bit of advice,
Thank you.
and feathers are left as the water spills out. The candles go out. As we will tick off 2 of your days, we'll jump to Xanthi. In 2 days, is there anything you wanted to cover or pick up?
Sure. So I think every day she'd be doing a bit of training and perhaps even more than usual, kind of feeling like she has to put up a strong front given William's demise and has been throwing herself a little extra hard into that. But she would also, after a night's rest, go and see Dimitri and hopefully get some scrying and sendings done.
Yeah. So after a rest, you kind of go over to Dimitri.
So, which one do you want me to try and scry first?
Reese and Theo. Or maybe I can cast sending to them first and hear what they have to say. Perhaps they know something that will inform our decision as to who you should scry.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Here goes, I suppose. And she'll take out the sending stone. I think she has 2 out of 5 left.
Yep.
So, greetings, Theo. Are you well? The doctor, I think I might have mentioned, has returned our sisters to us. What of you? What of Reese? Are you well?
Moments go by when there's silence. And then you do get a message back. It's like, why do you always presume Theo has the sending stone? It is so unfair that you think she's the only one that's capable of carrying this stupid rock around. Anyway, we are fine. Theo's being a big stupid head, as always. She said that I'm not allowed to practice fire magic inside the tavern. Which, I said, why can't I? Candles are technically fire, and then it cuts out.
That was not the most helpful sending ever.
Ah,
They're in a tavern, but they both seem to be in good spirits, so perhaps we should assume the best for them, at least.
sure.
And given that, would you mind perhaps scrying for one of my sisters who was not rescued by us at least, but is still under, or was under, the doctor's influence?
I can give it a go. Did we met them before? Did I see them? It's better if I knew who I'm scrying or was.
I believe you have at least seen her, but I do not know for certain if you have been introduced too closely, at least. Do you remember the one with the blue flowers in her hair? She had kind of soft brown, long hair. And we'll describe Synth. I think we saw them at least at one point. Her name is Synth.
Okay.
Hyacinth, if it matters, but Synth.
Do you have any like items or anything on you that could help with the scrying? Like a possession of them or
Not specifically, no. The only one that I do have a possession of might be Xandria, actually. I have her necklace. So I suppose we could try that, but she was no longer with him, so I suppose there's perhaps not much point Is it possible without?
It is. It's just they have a greater chance of resisting, but I can still give it a go.
I think that's the best I can do, to be honest.
Nope, that's okay. I'll give it a go. And if it doesn't work, we can always try again tomorrow.
I appreciate it. Good luck.
And yeah, I'll get out my crystal ball. And try and scry based on the image I was given.
Okay. As you begin to scry, you're kind of leave your body, have this outer body experience as it zooms through, finding you go through like almost like Cerebro, right? You go through like people until you find this one person in similar sort of armor you saw Xandria in. Just helmet like thrown off, walking through sands, picking up these flowers as they walk. Okay, they don't seem hurt. And before too long, you see them reunited with very similar people to like the armor Xanthi wears. Or at least when you first met Xanthi. This one's been upgraded a little bit, but when you first met Xanthi, that kind of armor, and there's just hugs and people sobbing and happiness and calm. There's no immediate danger as you begin to scry on this person.
Do I recognize the location that they're in, just based on?
I mean,
the jet sound?
Yeah, like given you would imagine this is the Badlands, knowing that Xanthi is from there.
Yeah.
And given like the fact you're just seeing miles of dust and sand and that, you're piecing together that this must be the Badlands.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just relay that. Yeah, they look okay. This seemed like they reunited with your other family members. They were hugging. I imagine in the Badlands it was just a lot of sand and dust.
Right. And did she seem herself? I guess that is hard to explain, but she did not appear mindless of sorts.
From far as I can tell, no.
Oh, thank Tatias. Okay. That is good to know. Thank you so much.
No, it's okay. Just I'm glad it worked.
And that means at least that the doctor has not gone back on his word yet.
I could also try and
Okay.
scry on the doctor. It's a risk though, because he might have means to see it.
That mean that he could see you, or just know that he's being scried?
From my understanding, he would just know that he's being spied on, but giving his potential unknown powers, he might be able to do it back. I mean, for all we know, he's been doing it. We have.
It's true, he does seem to know more than he should. Maybe we should give it a day.
Sure.
Until we are more prepared on what to do. When Morticia gets back, we should have a conversation about our plans.
Yes, I think that would be good.
How are you holding up?
I don't know. To be honest, I just changing the way I fight, because I was worried that my past self would harm you all, and then upon changing, that didn't change at all. I hurt Morticia. I couldn't save William. I just feel like no matter what I do, nothing changes. and the people that I love just still end up hurt.
Well, to start with, not all of that was you, you know. But even beyond that, I hope that things will get better, and I know that everyone takes as much time as they need to deal with these things, and people do it in different ways. Yeah, you know me by now. I throw myself into training, and if this distraction might help you, feel free to join me whenever.
Well, I was going to ask if I could. I thought since the way I used to fight didn't work and the way I'm currently am fighting isn't working, perhaps a combination of the two.
Interesting. We can practice some, see what works. Maybe it would be worth involving Morticia a little too, because not everyone is purely physical like me.
Yeah. No, that's a good shout.
It is a plan. I will leave you to it for a while then. Thank you again for your help.
It's all good. Anytime.
Guess that will wrap up day one.
Yep.
And would Morticia be back for day two to do the ritual?
Yeah.
Shall we perhaps have a talk about our plans for the future, or is it too soon to think?
We need to be prepared.
So I think it is probably fairly obvious that I wish to strike the doctor before he gets any ideas about taking it out. The fact that I have betrayed him on my sisters, or indeed us, we should strike before he gets the opportunity to. But at the same time, losing William was quite a hit.
I think that after what happened, it might be wise to look into the gems that we discussed before. The ones that give more power. I think that if we're going against the doctor, we will need anything we can get.
That is a good idea.
So, back, in like the Karma Peaks, when I got my new powers, I learned that my strength comes from you guys, but obviously losing William, lost a bit of my strength. And I think it might be best if we can find other allies to help. I don't think we're capable of taking down the Doctor, since it was a struggle just taking down his second in command. I don't think the three of us alone can win.
You want to replace him?
No replacement, just help. Just for the Doctor's fight. I don't mean just one, just any help that we can get. Surely there's other Imperium users out there that would want to join in this fight.
So what? We just activate our Imperiums and go hunting for other people? I think that's quite dangerous, considering the doctor would be aware of everybody.
What about the bookkeeper, the lawkeeper? Could they maybe find active Imperiums?
I think she gave us the map, the one she had. I don't know if she has a second copy.
Then what about finding Gladys's Imperium? Maybe we can find a new wielder?
The question remains the same. How are we going to do that without activating them? Unless they come to us, I don't really know how we are going to do that.
I do feel like that is a prayer within a prayer, if that makes sense. It is too many loops to go through for that, I think.
Let me ask Rayrion. And I will actually pray to Rayrion and ask for her to help us find other allies.
So yeah, as you begin to pray to Rayrion, Rayrion's just like, oh, this has been a chaotic few days.
I believe you should be happy with that.
Yes, I can't deny I am very happy. However, have you been... No, it probably... Portals. You can do portals. They're quite a rare thing for people to do. Teleporting, yes, that can happen, but portals are rare. Have you been portaling around the continent?
All over. Multiple continents, to be fair.
I mean, in the last couple of days.
I've done one yesterday.
Because there's whispers I'm hearing through a few other devoted people I have of a very colourful man just popping up and appearing. Are you doing something like that? Are you, I don't know, causing chaos in my name like that? It's very out there. I did not see it in the grand scheme of things, but I just want to know what the end game is.
I'm not a colorful man, and I don't know a colorful man, so don't think it's me.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Is this someone I should be concerned about?
I don't know. Apparently he's talks to himself and teleports in, teleports out, but with portals. This is the worrying thing. It's portals like a portal you kind of use. You know.
And he's not one of your people?
I don't think so. I mean, I thought it was you.
Is there another god of chaos that might have him?
No. Why would there be another god of chaos? I do it so well. I'm
We're
just
not stepping on anybody's toes, are we?
No, I just want to get on top of this. The teleports you can do, they extend from, yes, chaotic nature and also from your Imperium. So one of the two must be connected in some way, maybe, I don't know. Just keep an eye. If it's not you doing it, maybe someone's trying to disrupt the balance.
I mean, chaos comes from you. If it's not chaos, then it must be an Imperium.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome, I think.
A colorful man. We are looking for a colorful man.
What?
Well, my goddess, she's amazing. She told me about, well, there are two ways really to create portals like I do. And it's either by chaos or by Imperium. We reached a conclusion that it's not chaos for sure. So it has to be Imperiums.
She does not think it is someone under or the doctor.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
The doctor doesn't strike me as the type to be colorful.
Be
You
a
know my
potential
point.
ally?
Could be a potential ally. That's what I'm saying. I think that if it's an Imperium, then we should at least be on the lookout. Regardless of whether it's good or bad, we should keep it in mind.
Does she perhaps have a way to track down these portals where they last appeared?
Give me a second. Can you give me a description of what this person looks like? Like, what are they wearing? Like, do they have a significant mark on their body that we can like connect the dots with?
They are wearing colourful clothes. They have colourful hair. And they have a kind of like scars-like thing on their arms. Really, I think you're overfixing it. I was just merely wondering if you're abusing the teleport, the portal powers, rather than trying to use a teleport.
No. It's perfect. It works in our favor. Believe me. Thank you. So Dimitri,
Okay.
you can scry, I believe.
Correct.
So if I give you a description of someone, do you think you can see where they are?
It's a possibility, but it's harder to
It's a
do.
really good description.
It's still the same.
We need to try it.
Okay. I mean, I'm the one that brought up needing to find allies, so if this could be a potential one, let's do it.
So, colorful clothes,
Okay.
colorful hair,
Right.
and a scar.
Sure. What colors? What kind of scar?
That's it.
Do we know what the Imperium looked like? If
No idea.
okay.
Should be close, I assume.
Guess possibly near a portal at some point.
Yes. He was traveling all over the place. He was using portals left and right.
I'm not sure if the spell accounts for that, but we'll add it on. Take out my crystal ball. All right, here we go.
Guidance.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll try and scry and find a colourful person with colourful hair and a scar. Potentially near a portal.
I'm going to say do me an investigation check. I know that's not how scry works, but let's say an investigation check.
Okay.
You have guidance.
With guidance, thank you. 16.
Okay. So as you again go flying, zooming through, a few days prior, Ashlyn, before you arrived in this Demwich, you was in Spellfell, and you're there, and you're hearing the chatter of like, yes, they took it. They took Battleborn. Yes, they are the hero of legend. Yes. And Dimitri, you zoom in on this colourful person walking through the crowds. There's kind of like a guy that pulls you over, Ash, and it's just like, oh, sir, you look like someone that's got quite a bit of gold on you. Would you like to buy a gun?
I don't need anything, thank you, leave.
You don't want a gun?
No!
Are you sure?
What use would I have for a gun? I'm not in danger.
I mean, then he kind of goes like full on like crazy town crier person, beckoning the end of the world. You do realise everyone's in danger. Battleborn has been taken. The hero of legend no longer has Battleborn, or they have it and then they're going to use it against us. And if they're going to use it against us,
Just gonna walk away.
But yeah, you Dimitri, you zoom in following this guy.
Oh, God, fucking.
Just in time for his. What you don't know is like he's hearing this voice because obviously you can't hear that, and it's just like, It's working. Comet flare. They look for us. Come. And then your arms kind of pick you up and like start dragging you in the direction again.
God fucking damn it. Can I at least walk at my own pace?
No, run, quick. To the others. Oh, Father's here. Maybe we should see Father.
I have a father?
Come, run! And like the arms. So Dimitri, you're just seeing like
I'm
him.
seeing him get- Can I roll an insight based on their body language to give an indication of them being possessed by the Doctor with the weird movements and stuff?
Sure, I'll allow that. Yeah.
I'm not very good at insight. Oh, natural 20. 21.
I'm not very good at it.
The dice giveth.
Yeah.
He seems to be not under like a control or something like that, but there definitely seems to be something aiding his movements.
Okay.
But it's definitely not acting in any way, at least the ones you've seen being possessed by the Doctor.
Okay. Yeah, so once this quite ends, then I go, well, he's definitely colourful.
Great description. I knew it.
Yeah, apparently, they don't seem hostile or dangerous in the way that we've seen the Doctor's charm effects. They are moving weirdly, as if he doesn't or isn't able to control his own body. Like he was being dragged without his consent.
And you're sure this is not just some weird, colorful person?
How many colorful people do you know that can do portals?
Did you see them doing a portal?
I did not know.
My goddess did.
So
It
potentially
might
it could
be
just
two
be
different people, though.
yeah, it
no?
could be two different people.
It does fit the description, and I bet there are not a lot of people with colorful clothes, colorful hair, and a scar. How many have you seen? Think about it.
I
I mean-
spent most of my time in the Badlands, so I suppose maybe you're right.
Well, regardless,
Some of
whoever I saw could be a potential ally.
do we even want one who gets pulled about, as you
I
say?
mean, also very true.
Maybe he's under some kind of like effect. Maybe we can help him, and then he helps us.
I suppose we can keep an open mind if we do manage to find him.
Yeah,
My question is, should we go to him? Should we go to the gems? Or should we just stay here until he comes to us?
Did have another thought just to add to our options. I had not really considered it, but now that we can transport ourselves more freely, are there limitations on this portal? How many people can go through?
I mean, my portals, you can bring as many as you want.
Then we could have an army at our disposal.
You want to go grab your sisters?
Not just them, but all of the blades, if it comes to it.
Maybe we should do that, but right before we go to the doctor.
I was going to suggest it, but I didn't want to put your family in harm's way.
I felt the same, but it seems that we perhaps will need all the help that we can. And they have been wronged too. It would be only fair to let them have their justice too.
Do you think if I asked my dad, he would allow his army to come in and help us with the doctor? Like, do you think he would give like a pause on the war just to like, and then back?
I don't know if he'll pause the war if it's continuous, but maybe you can ask. Or like one
Maybe we.
And this army, are they demons? I don't want to make assumptions, but maybe flooding the mortal realm with demons might.
They're
Not
not all
be the best
demons.
I mean, that's a fair point.
They're not all demons. Like there's people like William. But maybe we can talk to the other demon lords, and maybe we can get them to do a truce for 2 hours, and then we fight. We bring all the demon lords' armies.
I mean, if we could build an army, I mean, that's what I was trying to say. I don't think us three alone, but if we can build an army and allies in this fight, like maybe would Willow join us, and maybe we can contact Alsfid?
Willow.
Willow just kind of like solemnly just walks to the door, doesn't open, and she's like, I don't really what is the problem?
I don't want to pressure you into anything, but do you think that if we were to go on a fight against the doctor, you would be willing to fight alongside us?
I feel at this point I kind of owe you something.
Don't feel like you owe us anything. You don't. I just, if you would be willing to do so.
I will make amends for what I did.
Oh, it's not your fault. Please stop that.
And she just walks back to her room.
Give her time. She'll be okay. But anywho, do you think there's anyone else that we've met along our journeys that would be willing to help us?
Maybe we can contact Raz as well.
Yeah. Maybe the Guardians of the Zodiacs. Maybe they might be able to help.
What about the captain, the other Imperium user?
I mean, we could, although he was retired, right?
I mean, so was Gladys.
True, and he might want justice for Gladys.
Worth a
More-
shot, perhaps.
The more Imperiums we have, the best.
The better, yeah. And is that one we know, and we don't have to activate? Like you said, it's too risky.
There are some other tribes in the Badlands that I spent some time with when I was traveling here. Most are probably not close enough to help us, or at least close enough to me to help us. But a couple might.
This seems like it would take a lot of time to convince people. So it might be useful to separate to conquer.
Is that not risky though?
I mean, I'm talking separating for 1-2 hours. Maybe we can send a message in advance to get everybody in one place so that we can all talk about it. But I feel like it's not going to be a matter of handshake and then we bring them all together. At least with the demon lords, I'm sure there's going to be a need to convince them. Maybe even make some deals.
What kind of deals do you think would persuade them.
I mean, all sorts, to be fair. Souls. Loyalty. I mean, it could be the end of the war.
I think that I have personally had enough of offering souls for deals like this.
Perhaps it will be enough to show them that the doctor has made multiple deals with multiple demon lords. I know my dad wasn't happy about it. Perhaps they won't be either.
Okay, so we'll do that. We offer them the Doctor's soul, and if they don't accept it, then we don't need them.
I'd say we offer them the doctor, and they do with him whatever they freaking want.
Well, that.
As long as he's dead, I don't care.
Same.
You think that they could use him for worse than he would do?
I cannot imagine something worse than what he's already doing.
He is a powerful man. In the wrong hands,
Mm-hmm.
he could be worse somehow, maybe beyond our comprehension.
Well, let's play it safe. We don't have to ask the demon lords for help. Maybe we just leave them out of the fight.
Yeah, perhaps we can just ask them to revoke whatever they gave him.
I think it is worth at least informing them of the deals that he has made.
Okay. Then let's just tell them, and then let them decide what they want to do. But we won't ask for anything.
Oh, shit, this is becoming political.
So we've got the Badlands, the tribes, Ausfid, perhaps the Zodiac Protectors, and maybe I can find my old teacher. Maybe he might be willing to help.
For me, we can just use one day, put everybody together, and bring them all to one place. I think that might be the best solution. But we might want to consider stacking up on all the gems we can find and see what we can do.
Perhaps we can meet them at the gem place. Where was that again?
Sketch.
You had a couple of options, if I'm not mistaken, for your.
Mage Grave, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the
think so,
closest
yeah.
one to you. Yeah.
Maybe we can send out like letters and stuff to meet.
We can just send a
Basically.
sending message.
Yes, yeah. To meet at Maze Grave, and then we can have our meeting there with everyone.
Or at least send them a message to be all together so I can create a portal and
All that, yeah.
have them. Well, I would have
Right.
to go there and then make a portal to get them here.
Also, the
It
different continents.
might be too complicated to gather all the tribes. I don't think any of them could be able to get to each other that easily to all be together for one day. But I can definitely describe my home. I mean, I'm from there, so it should be simple enough to make a portal there, at least, if nothing else.
Dimitri, do you think that if I send you to Magegrave, you could handle the purchases while me and Xanthe go to the Badlands so that I can get people there and she can talk to the people? Because I don't know them. They will not trust me. They will not believe in me. I think I need her there.
Sure. You let me know what we want. Yeah. I can do the shopping, and then I can maybe try to find contact my teacher and stuff as well.
Yeah, red, blue, and green. To be fair, we need them all.
We buy them. I thought we were you can go hunting for them, like gather them.
I would say go see how expensive they are. And if we have enough money, buy as many as you can. If we don't have enough money to buy a significant amount, we go hunt.
Okay. So was it green, blue, and red?
Yes.
And you have been practicing your bartering skills, remember? 5th offer?
5th offer.
And I'll give you 3K.
Sandy will hand over the bag of holding with the basically hoard in it. So just call it 3,000 platinum for now.
Oh my gosh, we have so much. Okay.
Stock up.
Okay.
But don't give money away.
Nope. Hey, I remember I used to be a noble. I can handle money.
So I think today I can make 4 portals.
Okay.
So I'll make one so that Dimitri can go.
Right.
And then I'll make another one so that we can go to the Badlands
We will.
towards... Sorry.
Yeah, no. So what I will say is we will definitely, I would say within your 4 days you have, I don't think you would have enough time to do all this within the 4 days downtime already. So we'll bring that to the... We'll give Dimitri a go if there's anything he wants to do quickly, then we can take a break, and then this will be the 4th day we all get together, and that's where we can start planning out everything like that. So Dimitri, is there anything pressing you wanted to do in the downtime?
So day 1, if it's possible to get incense, at least if it's just one set, I need 10 gold. I want to bring back Pabu.
Okay, yeah, I would say you wouldn't necessarily need incense, that you could spend the time to bring back Pabu, that's fine.
Oh, nice, okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it's possible here to send out or hire someone to find his brother. If there isn't anyone here, then he's going to wait to when he can, which I imagine when he goes to.
What I will say is there are people here and they're in very tough times, so they might be willing to try and get some gold if you're willing to send out a couple of people to search and then pass the message on that way. I'm sure you could find that there, but if you're looking for someone to track them down and that, you'll probably have to wait for somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he'll wait for now then. I don't think he would. Yeah, maybe he'll wait. If that's the case, he's going to also try and speak to Comet Flare.
Okay.
And see if there's a way to connect and see the old faces of the past wielders and see if his brother was one of them.
Okay. So as you begin to talk to Comet Flare, it's very difficult at the moment. You just feel like this fire start to burn in your mind. And then just this voice. You already think you are able to commune with us like we are your item. We are some tool you'd use.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't really know how this works, but my friend died so that I can have you, so I thought at least you can help me out.
You're mortal. Mortals die. That is what you do.
Unfortunately, that is the case, but for now, I'm still standing.
We do not know what you want. why you've brought me here to talk. What do you want?
I'm not asking for like ultimate power or anything. I just want to know your past builders. The one before the one that we killed. I just need to know if my brother was a wielder of yours. I don't know if you know names, but he was known as Enki Everwood.
Enki Everwood. This name has crossed our path before. Not as someone who used us. And then like you see like this fire like just start to erupt, and in there you just see multiple like bodies and faces just flicker through. This is our flame. This is our pyre. We've put everyone we've slayed here. Maybe he might be there. If not, he is lucky to have escaped our path.
Do I recognize what they're showing me?
There's so many flick through, and as you look through, your brother's face is not one that comes up, no.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't see him. Maybe he survived. Maybe he wasn't the Magma King. No, this is good. Thank you for showing me. And
You're welcome.
I'll try to be worthy of using you.
Time will tell.
And then yeah, I think after that, that's the main stuff he wanted to use. He's just going to obviously do the scoring that Nancy asked for, and then also train with her.
Yeah.
And he's going to try and combine his techniques that he used to do as Paladin with all of Zemko's stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that takes a good amount of your time as you get that. You know, you start to make way into that. It'll take a while for you to perfect it, but you've started to make way into that. I would say, Xanthi, with your training, I'm willing to give you a +2 to either your strength or your con for the constant training you've been pushing yourself to the extreme over these last few days.
Cool. Let's go for...
I'll let you decide. You don't have to. Yeah.
Okay. I think we'll go for strength, though, because I think she's feeling pumped about, trying to get on with this. Can this go above 20?
Yeah.
Can this go above 20, sorry? Cool.
Also good.
Yeah, and Dimitri, as you're like trying to combine your ways of fighting with your old ways, you kind of perfect a way where you can do your newfound ability where you summon in your celestial form, where you summon the blade. You can increase that with your comet flare. So the damage you get, so for instance, the blade you get, the damage you can use with that blade, you can add that to your comet flare attacks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. That's like, at the moment, that's the way you found or combined on the two.
Yeah.
And yeah, as Ashlyn, we're caught up to present day, sorry, not modern day. You're walking around this burnt remains of a city of Dunwich. When Dimitri, you're just stepping out for a little bit from the mansion. You know, there's only so much training and everything you can do inside, so you get a little bit of fresh air. Probably you're looking for the people to send out word. And as you do, you see this familiar, colourful being just being pulled around again, and then Ashlyn, you get comet flare ahead. run, run! And it just starts like launching you towards Dimitri.
Okay, this is
Okay,
beyond a
that's
joke at this point.
colourful person.
This is just beyond a joke. Can I try and resist it? Because it's like 4 days, and it's getting tiresome.
Yeah, make me a strength saving throw.
Terrible.
Well, this is
Of
happening.
course, natural 20.
Hey!
So there is a
Like,
moment where
stop.
you get put. You're just like, no, stop. And Dimitri, you
Conversation.
just
What the fuck?
yeah.
Do you say I just stepped out of the mansion?
Yeah, you would have been walking around, like, seeing how the repairs are going and things like that, yeah.
I'll just open the mansion door and just be like, if anyone's in here still, you might want to come out. The colourful person's here.
In the middle of the
I
street.
told you it would find us.
Forcing his arms down, like, we need to have a conversation. This is getting beyond a joke. You don't know. You're not telling me what. You're just giving me names. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for.
I guess we go.
Yep, Xanthi will leave too. She's probably at this point carrying, I might have said it already, but Sandria's spear, but in a bow form, just standard on her back
Nice.
now. So be
Morty
ready,
Show will be playing
whatever
with
this
her
is.
knife. A new knife.
As you pile out, you just see this colourful person having a conversation with himself in the middle of Dunwich.
So how are we going to proceed? Do we just wait for them to come to us? They're struggling a bit, though.
It seems to be busy with the conversation at the minute. Perhaps we should not interrupt?
Maybe we should listen.
How do you expect to do that?
I suggest we surround them.
Do we want to go for like a hostile approach?
I mean, if he's looking for us, we're looking for him.
We don't know his intentions yet. It is
Okay.
best to be cautious.
No, that's fair. Let's do that then.
So, actually, while you're having this conversation with your bracelets, you now see these. I mean, you guys are not being like totally sneaky about this, are you? You're
Not
being
really.
proper obvious, aren't you? Yeah. So
Middle of the street.
Yeah,
type
you
of
see
deal.
these three just start to like try and like surround you, like as you're just there talking to yourself.
Holding Zonda. Can I help you with something? Do I owe you money? Have I accidentally popped a balloon animal or something? You alright?
Who are you?
I'm me. Nice to meet you. Anyway, would you stop?
Who are you talking to?
Myself.
What did you want to stop?
Nothing.
You're not being controlled or anything, are you?
No, not really.
I will whisper to myself.
Yeah.
To Chaos Song. This guy's acting weird. Do we know anything about him?
As in true Chaos Song fashion, the conversations you've tried to have with it before, there's just like this high pitch white noise that comes through, not quite on the level of like communication at the moment. But actually, you do hear, oh, we found them. Well, 3 of them, my brothers, my sisters.
Would you calm down? Putting hands behind his back, like trying to make it look like he's just trying to be like,
Yeah.
presentable. Just fighting the whole time.
But
Maybe he's not one.
Maybe it was the other person.
Maybe,
the squad didn't work.
Yeah. Anyway, can I help you with something since you seem to be kind of, yeah.
I would say hands where we can see them, but you don't seem to be in control of them.
No, I'm in control of my hands. I'm not in control of my wrists. There's a difference.
Your grip.
Anyway. Just random splurt again as the arms go one way and he just pulls them out like, no.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, sure. Insight. And Ashlyn, you can either deception or
Could I argue performance since I'm trying to act normal?
sure. Yeah.
Oh, terrible. 13.
16.
Okay. As you're just seeing like there is something happening. You're not.
Can I see the strain as he's fighting them?
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job of trying to be normal, but there it's just like ever so often, it's just like when his hands are behind his back, it's just
No.
flinches that make you just think there's something more to it. And at this point, Ashlyn's just like, Ashlyn, you here? Just tell him. Dream Dancer's here.
Excuse me, that's the first time you've gave me any name of yourself.
Just tell them.
I think this guy might just be crazy.
I think so. Do you
You're
need
not the
help?
first person to say that. You know what? Yes, I do. I'm trying to get back to... Give me a second. Just Kenzo or any of like the... up that direction. Because apparently I got really far south for some reason.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking far.
Uh-huh.
How did you get here?
Good question. Let me ask him. How did we get here?
Well, I could make portals that we teleported through. I needed to see my
That
brothers and
sounds crazy.
sisters. We've not been together for so long because we've had to be in hiding for quite a while. And then you found me, and then I attached to your wrist, and then that's why But now I found them, and we're all together again.
I don't remember. I woke up.
So you were in the northest part of the continent, and you
Yeah, now
went to
I don't really remember how.
You start to really sound like a crazy person.
Yeah, you're not the first person people tell me that's fine. I'm pretty much taken
Or-
at this point.
Or possessed, perhaps.
But
Do you feel
no.
in control? You have lapses of your memory? You wake up in unfamiliar places?
I mean, that's the
I think
point.
that's just called alcohol.
Or the doctor.
No, I don't think I've seen any physicians in the recent years.
Should we kill him just to be safe?
Excuse me?
Bit extreme.
At least knock him out.
I guess
Whoa.
Certain that the doctor means nothing to you?
I haven't seen a physician in years.
Can Santi get a insight check on that, or
Yeah, of course.
is he being
Do I even have to roll? Because I'm
Difficult.
telling
No.
It's just like,
okay? Just 15.
50.
yeah, no, he's honest, just confusion. Yeah, no, I haven't seen this. Yeah, maybe a dentist if you class them as a doctor, but they're more of a orthopedic surgeon.
Just mad then. I see.
Starting
Can
to be
you-
a little hurtful now.
Dimitri, can you look for the other colorful person with colorful hair in the scar?
I mean, I could try, but I might get him.
See, if we killed him, that wouldn't be an issue.
Again, geez.
Okay. I don't suppose you have any experience with portals at all? Have you found yourself going through many portals recently?
This is
Or do you know Rayrion?
This is Battleborn. We shouldn't lie to her.
I don't know what a portal is.
He's a lost cause. Let us.
Well, I mean, if they're not charmed or anything, we could ask if they would help.
Wait, what? They're useless.
Well, we don't know that.
What? You
If
want
any-
me to help after she said she wanted to kill me twice?
Well,
And the other one agreed, slightly.
Just trying to get some honesty out here.
I'm being as honest as I can be.
if you want to kill him, we could use him as a shield.
That's true. I could puppet him.
To be fair, he could make quite a distraction, no?
Distraction. He's
Very
colorful.
colourful.
Yeah.
I don't consent to any of this.
Or maybe we just leave.
If you can't do it,
Could
I'll do
some-
it. Yeah, no, yeah, Xanthi.
Could Xanthi speak telepathically using the amulet to Morticia?
Yeah.
Or you could find out if he has some money. If he wants to get back to his home, perhaps you could use your portals to get whatever goods he has on him.
So, you really want to get home, right?
Would be preferable since I don't have anyone down south to really, talk to, interact with. Work, firstly and foremost. My work's not really in the south. Well, not this year, it wasn't until then anyway.
If I told you I could get you home in an hour, how much are you willing to pay?
I don't know. There's a going rate or something?
There is a going rate. I just want to know how much you're willing to pay.
Well, I don't know what the going rate is.
How much are you willing to pay?
You see how this isn't actually getting us anywhere, right? How can I pay for something that I don't know what the monetary value of it is?
15,000 gold.
Jeez, I don't even think that. Okay, well, that's definitely out of, I think, most people's price tags.
Maybe you can give me a price point. Maybe I'll be generous.
Just kind of ruffle through his you see he barely has any belongings on him, and it's just like, I have about 50 gold left out of my last check. That's about it.
He has nothing, Santi.
Look, we're wasting time. This is a lost cause. We should just get back to what we were doing.
Yes. I feel like this is the first time Rayriana's ever let me down.
There could still be another colorful person out there. This just wasn't it.
That's what I'm saying. There should only be one. We should kill him so that there's only one.
You don't have a twin, do you?
What's the deal with killing people? I'm just going to go this way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Could you make me another strength saving throw as you tried to go that way?
I'm willing to just fail this straight up.
Okay, so you go that way, and then the wrists kind of pull you back,
Okay, I'm not allowed to leave.
We have been coming here for a reason. There's one way we can do this. It may hurt. You may lose an arm, but it'd be fun.
I could lose an arm?
And your braces kind of start to grow, and armor starts to materialize out of them. This pure white armor,
What the fuck?
with this starry night cloak behind it, and just this pure white armor.
I can't move. You have completely stuck me in place now. What did you do?
So he is one.
Imperium.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are on about.
And
Just fighting inside
he's
the
just
armor.
activated it too, right?
Also true. You may want to deactivate that.
I am
didn't even know
opening-
this is a thing.
I'm opening the door. Pulling him into the door.
Yeah, the Imperium loosens up so you can like drag him into your
Okay,
mansion.
so you let them move me. This is unfair.
See, you could have just started with the fact that you have an Imperium.
I don't know what you guys are on about.
Do you have an Imperium? You don't know anything about it?
No!
Hasn't it given you a name?
The first time in God knows how long I found these rusty cufflinks. Well, bracelets. They're more like bracelets.
What name?
The armor kind of just retracts back into the bracelets.
Fucking freedom, Jesus. Yes, that's a name.
Are you gonna make me ask again? What is the name? We can kill you.
You can.
I will.
I think we might need to at this point.
I have ways to
Every
kill you.
question is like drawing blood from a stone. Sometimes you need to.
But
Is
to
the
be,
door still open?
look, it's a bit of a waste, right? They have an
Is the
Imperium.
door still open? No, they would have shut it going in. Yeah.
God damn it.
I will kill you. I will
did
bring
not
you
say
back.
permanently.
These seem like very angry family. Are you sure you didn't annoy him at some point?
I think you should start being a bit honest. But I
Well,
will.
considering you're telling me stuff that I didn't know about, how can I be honest when I don't know the truth in the first place?
Well, maybe now's a good time to learn. This will be. I've done what I needed to do. I've brought you back to the largest gathering of Imperiums in a long time. I'm going to rest now. And then there's just silence. Just.
Okay, now you tell. Okay, apparently I do have one of these things you're talking about because it's gone to sleep now, apparently. And it just told me that it's one of these things. Can you explain to me what the fuck it is?
One of the most powerful weapons one can wield.
Cool.
And with that, you have some powerful enemies too. Just
Less
by
cool.
virtue of. Yes.
And
Yeah,
the fact
it's nice
that
to have
Which
full
means
motion back.
perhaps you could do with some allies.
Or I could just go home and pretend that this never happened.
And be killed.
you will be killed.
Because
You have to-
they know where you are.
You activated your Imperium.
I didn't activate it. It activated itself. There's a difference. I was stuck in place.
Okay.
No,
Just
doesn't
activate.
matter.
Thanks. You got me killed. You useless piece of metal.
We can protect you. If you're nice.
Great. I don't really have a choice in the matter, do I?
No.
Not
No,
really.
I didn't think so.
We can't let you go and get killed, and then they have your Imperium. It won't be good.
Just sounds like being arrested, but with extra step.
Maybe we should start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm Morticia. I will Chaos Song.
Okay. That's familiar,
Hi.
kind of.
I'm Dimitri. This here is Pabu. And I wield Comet Flare.
Also familiar. Just a quick question. Did that one kind of change hands quite recently, multiple times, because it wouldn't stop talking about it?
Change?
Yeah, like, did it change hands, ownership, multiple times?
Yes. It.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not supposed to lie to you, like, looking at Xanthi. Apparently you're really intimidating.
Sounds like you have a wise Imperium. Yes, my name is Xanthi, and I wield Battleborn.
Yeah, that's also the name they use. Apparently I'm not supposed to lie to you because something. Apparently they're all related, they're family or something like that.
And you were not lying to us, were you?
As I said, I couldn't tell the truth until I knew what information I had in the first place. And considering it just admitted to me that it's one of these things you're talking about, now I have the correct information to share.
What are you gonna share?
Right, you want his name, right? Yeah.
And yours.
Oh, I don't think you need mine.
I need yours. And I need your blood.
Okay, no, you're definitely not getting that part.
Oh, blood straight away. Okay, yeah.
You're not having anything of mine.
Name?
I can give you it.
Name?
How come you don't want to say your name?
There's multiple layers to that. Do you want stage name? Do you just want actual name?
Bird name.
You see,
Or
that I
just
don't
whatever
really
you wish
know.
to be
What about
called.
how about that one, the one that I go by? Because birth name I don't really know.
I feel like we're getting into territory that we shouldn't be getting into.
Well, I've been given the name, well, Ash for sure, but Ashlyn.
I'll call you Ash.
Okay, yeah, either way works. Ashlyn, Ash.
You're a performer? You said you have a stage name.
Yeah, sometimes. Depends on if I'm actually needed on stage or not. Most of the time, I'm more told to deal with, dragging people into the act instead of, and dealing with animals. Animals are great, They talk less than people.
I mean,
What do you do?
Oh, at the moment, I'm on technically hiatus. We finished our performances for the year. We are traveling circus.
What do you do in the circus?
A little bit of everything, mainly sleight of hand performance. Pick a card, any card, stuff like that. More like kid level entertainment as well as putting up food, the animals, bits and bobs.
could you
What would you call
demonstrate? Just so we know you're telling the truth.
Yeah, sure, but it might be a bit sloppy. I have been we're on the off season, so I haven't actually had any practice in the past about 14 days.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I haven't really seen this kind of thing before, so I'm sure I won't notice.
Okay.
I, on the other end, will for sure notice.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Definitely what I need. I guess just a performance check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really fucking rusty.
What
That's
was
a
it?
natural 1 for 10.
I mean, given the current situation, the fact you've not had decent night's
Stress.
sleep, being pulled around everywhere, everything that's just gone down in the last thing, it is rusty, but your intentions are pure. There is kind of that showmanship behind it. It's not like you're totally making it up. There's elements to that make it look like he knows what he's doing. He's just clearly under a lot of stress.
The whole swallowing a dagger and then magically a dove out of thin air. So that's meant to go better than it did. I apologize.
Okay, you weren't kidding when you said it might be rough.
Very
thanks.
rough.
But no, I can see.
Well, considering that 3 of you have technically abducted me, put me in a place that I don't know how to get out of, and threatened to kill me multiple times, I think the stress is valued.
Also very true. Yes. But no, I can tell you're telling the truth.
You still haven't given us the name of what you wield.
Because you see, I'm very good at talking, and that's about it.
What is the name of the one you wield? Talk.
Something to do with dreams, is that? I'll have to ask it again because it's the first time I heard its name, and all I caught was dreams. So, I don't know how long it normally take to wake up.
Wasn't there one called Dream Dancer? Something like that?
I don't recall from the information on. Zanti, do you remember anything about that in the books?
I don't remember reading it, no. The only people we know to do with dreams is Adine. And that does not have the best connotations, shall we say.
Can I do an history check?
Yeah, I'll give you a history check, sure.
10.
10. No, you were told like the main ones to go after, like the ones that were closely bonded to, like would be closely be able to bond with you guys. There was a lot. You remember when you did see the Lawkeeper that she did go over. Dream kind of fits into some bracket, like it does sound familiar. But then again, Adine is also to do Dream, so you're not 100% sure if you're getting the two fused together.
He has an Imperium, doesn't really matter.
Where did you find it? Do you remember that?
I've had this a very long time. I found them when we were traveling one year, and they were very nice. Well, they were a bit rusty. They took a bit of work to clean up, but they were very nice bracelets that I found just buried in the ground. And they haven't come off since.
I mean,
Kind of tracks, to be fair.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could do the whole armor thing. That really threw me for a loop because having all your movement restricted, kind of terrifying.
How good are you at fighting?
I've lived in a circus all my life. We don't normally have to fight people. Most of the time.
I mean, some of you do. Have you never done security on the circus?
No, I was, for the lack of any information, kind of like a supervisor. I made sure people didn't have stuff fall on their head.
I feel like this guy is useless.
But they have an Imperium, so they have some worth.
I feel like...
What if they're gonna just go into battle and die?
Perhaps we should test him?
We could do some training.
Whoa. No, I'm fine.
I do
don't
not
need
mean
testing.
kill you. Do not worry. I mean more just put you through the paces, you know? See if you can keep up.
Without using Imperium.
You can join our
I
morning.
don't have weapons. Besides the show daggers, but they are show
That
daggers.
means
They are fake. Like pulling the dagger and just
When
as you
you
see it retract.
when you are stopping things from falling on people, how would you do so?
Interesting statement. What would you say if I said I could see something happen before it happened?
You have
Magic.
That does sound useful.
Technically, magic, I would say.
So I should fight you.
Why are you happy about that?
I haven't had a fight in a while. I want to kick
To
some
be
ass.
fair, if you can see what is coming with Morticia, that would be pretty impressive.
you know what? Yes, that's so true.
I will make a ring in the mansion.
The mansion just kind of
geez.
the floor just kind of.
Can you do this?
Can I do what?
This?
No!
Okay, so they can't do architecture, Mancy. That's good to know.
What the fuck is architecture, Mancy?
Come on, to the ring.
Oh god, okay, I guess.
Just give it your best.
Okay. Remember, we're not going to kill each other, Morticia. This is not a fight to the death. Just a
You
test
should
drive.
tell him that.
I don't want to fight!
Well, it's either you fight or you go unconscious. What do you want?
Okay. Jeez.
So yeah, if you two are going to do this, it's going to be to half hit points. First one to half hit points obviously loses. So first one to get the person there, and I'll get you both to roll initiative.
I'm gonna go swimming. Oh. 18. Sadly.
19.
Oh, it's kind of fitting.
Okay. Yeah. So you this ring in this mansion, you kind of like almost seem. Well, I mean, you are being forced to get into the ring. And as soon as you step inside the ring, Morticia charges at you. Morticia, what are you doing?
Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay. What does your spiritual weapon form take this time?
A dart.
Okay. So as she charges at you, just this spiritual dart just manifests in front of you.
That's a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit you. I see.
Refresh your page.
Oh, okay.
That's 10 points of damage. And then I will do...
Still a 13, pal.
Oh, it shouldn't be, but okay.
Okay. What damage is that?
Wait.
Force, I think, from spiritual weapon, if I'm not mistaken.
Force or the radiant?
I believe it's 4.
Force damage.
Okay.
And then main
How?
action,
Jeez.
2 arcane blasts.
Goo-goo, goo-goo.
27 to hit. 23 to hit.
Okay, fuck it. Reaction magic mirror.
2 points of damage.
Okay, what does the magic
And
A momentary bubble of incandescent energy shimmers in the air between you and the caster of the triggering spell. The spell is redirected to the creature of your choice within 60 feet. If the spell's 5th level or lower, you are no longer the target of the spell. The creature is instead. So, as she's firing them at me, magic mirror, and I'm just going to make her hit herself with them.
Okay, so the damage you would take, because they would hit you, right? The 2 you rolled.
both of them?
Yeah.
Or just one?
So the 2 hits you made. Is it?
Yeah, it says the casting spell, so I think it's
so-
both attacks.
Yeah, because you get 2 blasts with arcane blast. It's not 2 spells. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, doubly?
Attack me.
I don't want to.
Do it.
Jeez, okay. Fucking being forced to. Right, God. I'm just gonna throw his hand out, and instead of throwing a spell, energy's just going to erupt from his hand and be like, "That's the wrong thing." Sorry, ignore the confetti. As arcane innate sorcery takes over him, and it's like, okay, let's try this, and then as action, we will just do Scorching Ray at 2nd level for now, which these are all at advantage because of innate sorcery. So first is a 26.
Hits.
Second is also a 26.
Hits.
And third is 29.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. So flat roll, which I think would still make that a 28.
Okay.
Oh, which is 66. That is 26 fire damage.
Okay.
So for Dimitri and Xanthius watching this, you'll just see Morticia lunge towards and magical blast go off, and then you're seeing like this reflecting spell, and then flame shoots out from this other guy. It's very like, you guys have fought alongside Morticia before, but like to actually see 2 like magic users going at it one-on-one, it's like quite interesting, to say the least. Okay, that brings us to Morticia.
First things
Can you
first.
stop now?
My spiritual weapon is gonna attack. And we
Damn it.
talked before regarding my what is it? My divine strike being able to be used
Yes,
with.
yeah,
Okay.
it does, yeah.
So let me see if that hits first. I'll just do this. No, that's a 14.
That will miss now. That is actually updated.
Okay. So that one will miss. And then I will do I'll do inflict wounds. Can I have a con save?
You certainly can. But once again, the magic mirror.
Is it on attack or on a save?
It's on the casting, the triggering spell.
I don't like that.
It's on a triggering spell. So once again, as you go to inflict the wound, it'll just be reflected back to you. I guess you make the save against yourself.
Yeah, so you got to make a con save.
I fucking fail. So yeah, I'm under my half HP because that was 41 points of damage.
So as you go to, like, your arm kind of goes like all demonic and blackened as you go to touch, and then you touch like this mirrored version of yourself, and it just
Can we stop now, please?
I don't like it.
What do
I
you
do.
like?
That thing, that's cheating.
Don't cast spells then.
That's what I do.
That's also what I do.
It's also what the doctor does,
I was
at
gonna
least
say.
somewhat.
That mirror could be really useful against him.
I still don't like it.
You
But-
said the low half. If you're not happy, one of them.
Zanti, kick his ass.
Okay.
Try casting that spell again,
Well, I can't now. I'm a bit tired.
or any spell.
okay.
I've been trying to practice something. I think this is a good attempt. Cast any spell.
Okay. Anything?
Indeed. That takes some energy from you, I suppose.
Okay. And this time, you'll notice the eye kind of flare up, and I'll use my bonus action to maximize the damage of the thing I cast. And just do scorching ray again. So-
In reaction to this, could Xanthi try and do encounter spell? 10th level feature.
Yep.
So basically she'll kind of whip out her bow, seeing you start to cast a spell, and take a shot at you. And can you make a strength save?
Yeah, this isn't going to go well, but... Yep, natural 1.
Spell will fail and have no effect at that.
Nice.
So,
See?
yeah, as you like launch these waves of flame towards Xanthi just gets the bow and just, and it kind of like splits the flames and like gets like in between your fingers. Like it doesn't like stab your hand, just gets in between your fingers just to stop the spell casting.
See, maybe you need something that helps fight against casters. You didn't seem very defensive focused. I'm going to shut up. I'm in a place that I can't get out of.
No, you speak some sense. That was a pretty good show, to be honest.
Yeah, you kind of bring stuff out of you when your life's in danger.
Well, just I know you're not happy,
And-
but said the two of you together could be a strong asset.
Fine, but I'm not happy about it.
We could do another
Duly
round.
noted.
We were all rested up.
As he kind of like crumples down as the adrenaline leaves the body.
Anyway, now that's all over. Ash, would you be willing to join us?
Am I not going to get murdered?
If you join us now,
I think that's a better. Can you stop with the death threats then, please? Please? Because having that constantly being a factor of increased heart rate is not a good look at all. I can't focus on people in front of me and you.
sorry.
Okay. As long as no more death threats, I can consider it. Maybe I can show you another trick, if you don't mind. You have a bow, tall, scary one that I'm meant to be afraid of. Could you shoot him?
Very astute of you. I would rather shoot you at this point.
It would work like that. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, I'd volunteer. Go for it.
Sure then.
I kind of wanted to show
you
it
sure about
on
this?
someone else, but I guess myself works as well. Yep, go on. And it'll
Well, I don't mind taking the shot if it's as a sign of trust.
It's more that I want to show you what I can do because I know it works for myself. I want to show it works for other people.
Then don't mess this up. Perhaps your last chance. And she'll swivel the bow around to Dimitri. If this goes wrong, sorry.
It's all good.
Release.
And then, are you happy to take it for the demonstration?
Yeah.
Just above table. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
As the arrow flies through the air, reaction deaccelerate, and I will do that at 4th level, and that will nullify the power of the attack by 13.
Okay. So roll damage on the arrow.
Oh. 15.
Okay, so you'll take 2 points damage, Dimitri, just as like the arrow just stops. Like instead of being like a, it just like tink.
Okay, I was a little bit off on the calculations of the velocity that you gave behind that. I apologize, but I stopped most of it.
I mean, it
That
was
was
barely
going to
scratched.
be a nasty shot.
Yeah.
So since we're doing this, I might as well show any other tricks I have. Would any of you trust me?
Perhaps the rest of this could come with time then. If trust is needed for the rest of your displays,
Oh, you could try and
I
resist
do
it
not
as
feel
well.
like hurting my friend anymore.
Oh no, this one isn't to do anything with damage. Anyone willing to take a risk? Once again, no damage will be taken. And I guess it's you that can do the... You made the arena. Can you expand this place?
I can.
Would you mind expanding it, like, relatively far?
I guess. And I will. Like a football field long.
So it's not a portal, but it's technically displacement. As I guess I'll roll a d6.
Okay.
So yeah, Morticia 1, 2, Dimitri 3, 4, and Xanthi 5, 6, which is a 2. Do you want to make a con save? Just in case you do succeed the save anyway, and it just doesn't do anything.
22.
22. Yeah. tries to teleport you down to the other end of the field, and it just fails. Like, oh, god damn it! It normally works.
What are you trying to do?
What was supposed to happen?
You were meant to be swallowed up by a very comically sized juggling ball, and then reappear down there. I know it's a bit weird. It kind of flavors to people's preferences, so I chose juggling ball because circus.
Honestly, the mirrors were more impressive, but it could have its use, I
Mirrors
suppose.
are always more impressive. Jesus,
But
years to learn the mirrors.
if he is able to like move people, that could also be advantageous, moving us into like advantage points that we can't reach normally.
Oh, I can do this one on myself and just dimension doors himself to the end of the field. Hi. Once again, not really a portal, it's more displacement.
He's got different like tricks up his sleeve. I'll give him that.
Just pulls like a pack of cards out of his sleeve, and then the other one like one of those endless things. But he doesn't have sleeves, they're literally just coming out the braces. Which makes it slightly more intriguing.
What do you guys think?
He has an Imperium. We have to take him.
I think there are benefits to both parties, I suppose.
Okay.
He seems to handle himself fairly well. He speaks a lot, but sometimes says relatively little. Perhaps after a game or two of Truth or Mimic, we will get to know him a bit better.
Okay,
I'll make him a
So-
room.
we're in agreement for now, but maybe we just watch him.
It takes a long walk back to you guys because he's not wasting more energy. I forgot how long a football field is. So, am I dying today?
Not today.
Not today.
Okay, not very reassuring. Because no, not anytime soon. Hopefully, I don't know what.
Well, with the doctor out there, that is something we cannot guarantee.
Why are you scared of physicians?
Because they
Not
try to kill us.
just-
Oh, you have really bad physicians over here.
Just one.
Two.
There was two.
We
actually.
killed
No,
one.
That's the point. There was two. We killed one.
Kill the doctor? They're meant
He
to
was
help
tr-
people.
He literally made a disease wiping out a whole village.
Is it like a weird smog that sticks to the ground?
Yeah.
You know it.
You took me there? Just looking at the braces in like annoyance. I could have died. Oh wait, you're asleep. I'm not going to get a response anyway. Yeah, I've been dragged around the world apparently, following what you guys are doing.
Oh yeah, we move around a lot.
Yeah, that's how. I don't know how it does it.
We just use portals.
I was just being dragged through really bright lights and then woke up somewhere else. So,
Seems like a portal.
You're giving me more questions to ask them when they wake up than I want answers to.
You don't need to know everything,
I kind of do if my life depends on it.
but it doesn't. Not on a
Kinda.
portal.
In case I need to leave somewhere.
I can
Better
take
than
it.
that smallish one.
I can take it.
Considering that you've read my life multiple times and were very eager to try and kill me,
Look,
I'll pass for the time being.
I was trying to kill you because A, you were not being forthcoming. And I don't like people
I
that are
didn't
not
have the
forthcoming.
information at the time.
I doubt it. But that was number one. And And secondly, I did not try to kill you in combat. I could have, but I didn't.
Definitely makes me feel better.
See?
That was sarcasm.
I don't know what that is.
Fuck.
But with a new person to protect, an ally in training, should we put, in tow with your group, and a clear plan of what you're going to be doing next, that's where we will end today.